Hello and thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be talking about a Bulova Marine Star 98B277. Now I think Bulova could be the perfect cross between watchmaker with heritage that has also successfully transitioned over to making fashion styled pieces, as well as continuing to bring out models that you'd normally expect from a watchmaker with such great history. Every Bulova video I make, I'll always run through a few facts behind the company and touch on the great heritage because they have so much. I'll do my best not to repeat myself, so I'll leave in the description below another review I've done on the Bulova Curve, which will have a brief brand intro and where other heritage points are touched on. I do think it's important to go through a bit of background on the company before I show you a fashion-styled watch. Well, founded in 1875 in New York, this American brand has for nearly a century and a half been renowned for consistent creativity and innovation. The founder, Joseph Bulova, emigrated from Bohemia in what is now known as the Czech Republic at the age of 19, arriving in America in 1870, and to New York specifically in order to work alongside the world's finest craftsmen at Tiffany & Co. At the time, Tiffany was emerging as one of the most respected jewelers in the world. After 5 years, he left to open his own store called J. Bulova, and along with jewelry, he was also creating ornate clocks and jeweled pocket watches, and later he would introduce the world's first full line of men's jeweled wristwatches. So not content to stay solely in one field, he also patented an improvement to the bicycle, creating an adjustable crank aiding in the leverage generated by the pedal, helping facilitate an easier ride for uphill cyclists. In 1926, Bulova broadcasted America's first national radio advert. When the hour struck, the time would be announced, ending in Bulova Watch Time. And in 1941, Bulova changed the face of marketing completely with the world's first TV commercial. Bulova also contributed to the Allied war efforts, as they entered into a contract with the United States government creating new innovations for them. For example, creating instruments for America's fleet of bombers and pursuit planes, including altimeters and navigation clocks. They also created highly accurate telescopes used to pinpoint range finding on artillery. During World War II, Bulova's hack watch was supplied to military troops. This hackable timepiece would aid precise synchronization required in missions. Bulova also opened their School of Watchmaking, and this was set up to help returning troops, offering them specified job training and placements. Now, I'll leave it there for the history lesson, and that information was taken from Bulova's very own book, A Legacy of Innovation. I really could go on and on with regards to the history, and I think it's important to run through this because when I show you this Marine Star timepiece, I think most people unaware of this history would suspect Bulova to purely be a fashion brand. The 98B277 Marine Star watch is attractive, that's for sure. I'm not normally a fan of gold on watches, but this is subtle. The gold, of course, is ion plated, infused into the surgical quality 316L stainless steel. The case is 44mm and has an octagonal shape with mineral crystal glass. The date complication sits at 4 o'clock and is nicely framed with a gold coloured window. The watch is 100 metres of water resistance, but there's no screw down crown. The sub-seconds at 6 o'clock are not particularly legible, with the crosshair marking out 15, 30 and 45 second points. This Marine Star watch has a 60-minute chronograph. Again, the counter here isn't legible at all really, so not practical. The applied Roman numerals and gold-coloured applied rings for the 24-hour clock and chronograph minute counter do add a nice depth to the dial. I do love the grey-coloured dial, and the Roman numerals do sit upon a sunray effect, which shows the fine attention to detailing. The pushers and crown are gold-plated with the tuning fork logo showing on the crown. I'm not sure if the screws on the bezel are serving a purpose or they're just there for the looks. The finish on top of the bezel was brushed, and the detailed beveled edges are highly polished, matching the rest of the case. The thick silicone strap is very, very substantial and extremely comfortable, and finished with a signed stainless steel buckle. The watch retails at £325 with Bulova's 3-year international guarantee. Now, Bulova are no longer making this particular model, but it can be found in stores and online, often at a reduced price. Overall, this is a fashion-style piece from a watchmaker with bags of history and many iconic stories to tell. The level of detail in construction is good, and I think when considering a fashion-style watch, it's great to know you can go to a watchmaker for one like this. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of this timepiece in the comments below.